We finally got to branching, but before I really get into the technicality, I want to have a quick chat with you about why we ever need branching. Probably you noticed that we already used something like switch, we used condition, that they look like they branch out in different areas. But the reality is that for none of them, both the branches work at the same time. So there is a condition that the flow should decide whether to go to the right branch or left branch or any other ones in case you are using switch. Now we are talking about branching the process that they should run in parallel. So for example, the flow reaches a point that we have 2, 3 branches, 5 branches, that they all have to work in parallel regardless of the condition. So what we have here is not just a condition that one should work and one shouldn't. We want them to work all at the same time. And if you really think about what the reason behind it, now, when you're designing the workflow, each step takes 5 seconds, 10 seconds, half a second, or even shorter, depending on the kind of step that we have. So why do we really care if the entire process takes 10 seconds or 30 seconds? So the reality is that if you really want to go for branching and you want to go through the hassle of adding branching to your flow, you must have a valid reason for that. And that valid reason is wait time. If there are 3 people that they need to approve something so that it should go through, in that case, it doesn't make sense for 4 people wait for 1 person to do the approval, then it goes to the second person, then it goes to the third person, and each one of them, somebody might be on vacation, somebody may not be available, somebody may miss the email. All those things can happen. So in this case, probably branching makes sense. Anything other than that? Well, yes. But again, most of those cases when we are engaged with human interaction. So typically we are looking into branching and approval. Now, we have 2 scenarios. Sometimes there is one thing that 2, 3, 4 people need to approve for the task to go through, or even 1 out of 5 will be good enough, we can go through. For this, we really don't need branching. The approval request action has branching built into itself, so we really don't need to see the branching. We can pick multiple users, and it will send the approval request to all of them at the same time. And after all the answers are there, it reunites all the results, consolidates, and depending on the way that we configure it, we can move forward. So first, we look into branching that comes as a part of approval request. Then we look into the second scenario that we may really need to branch our workflow. Let's get into it now. To send simultaneous requests for approval to more than 1 users, you need more than 1 account. At the moment, I'm using only my own account. So to do the job, I need to create another account. If you're using your own tenancy, follow me and create another account. If you're working for a corporation, ask your administrator to create you a test account, 1 or 2 more test accounts to do your testing and your practice with it. To work with Flow, you don't need an extra license. So if you just want to add more Flow users, all you need to do is just creating a free account. Let me show you how you do it. So you click on the app launcher and we click on admin. I just right click on it because I want to open it in a new tab. And then you click on users. You expand the users. You have a list of active users. And then you click on add a user. Click on add user. It prompts you to create a new user. So I enter Jason Smith. Display name is going to be Jason Smith. And the username is going to be Jason S, for example. And I just type in the password. require this user to change the password. I don't need to. I click on next. And now here is the licensing. As you can see, for Microsoft Power Automate, you really don't need a license. Just click on Microsoft Power Automate, check it, and without assigning any license, this user can use Power Automate. So I click on next. Everything else is good. If you want to add some dummy profile info, go for it. I don't want to. Click on next and finish adding. Now the user is created, and I can close it, and I can see the user here. Great. So I have a user called Jason Smith, and I want to use this user for my flow to send 2 approval requests, one to myself and one to Jason. Let's go back to Power Automate, and now I need to click on create, and just by clicking an instant flow, I want to submit 2 requests to 2 people at the same time. So I click on manually trigger a flow. I give it a name. I call it sample approval request, and I click on create. The request should have probably maybe a text called subject. I add another field. Again, it's going to be text, but this one I want to call it description. And that's it. So next step, I want to create a request that requires approval from 2 different users. So for this one, I search for approval. First, we create an approval. And as you can see, this approval, first of all, requires a type. If you have different types of approvals, but typical approval that we use in this course and most of the time is approve reject. And this approve reject can have 2 different modes. One is going to be everyone must approve. The other mode is first to respond. So basically, when we go with the first option, like everyone must approve, it means the request goes to, for example, 5 different people, and the approval will not complete until they all vote for approve and reject. And it is considered as approve if you get approval from all of them. Otherwise, it's rejected. On the other side, you have first to respond, which is very good for the cases that you really need one approval, but you have more than one person to approve it. In case somebody goes to vacation or something like that, there is someone else to back him or her up. In this case, we want to go for approval for everyone. As soon as I select it, you see the title, and the title should be the subject that I want to get from the request. Assign to, you can assign it to more than one person. Now I can assign it to myself. And then as you can see, there is semicolon. Now I can search for Jason S at messingadvice.onmicrosoft.com. Great. It doesn't pick it up because I just created that user. If I come to this for the next time, it will pick it up. No problem. Detail, I want to get the description of the request from the trigger. I don't have an item link or item link description, nothing else. If you want to have attachment, you may attach it, but that's all good. At the moment, this one will go to 2 parallel users. One, it goes to myself. The other one, it goes to Jason. And until both of them approve this, it will not move on. But it just creates it at the moment. We also need to send it now. So I go for wait for an approval, which I pick up wait for approval. All I need to do, I need to pick up the ID of this approval. So if I click on this one, you can see the create an approval is here, and this one has an approval ID. So as you can see, I create an approval in one stage, which I put everything inside it. Then I say wait for approval. Wait for approval is the time that it actually sends the request to the users to approve it and send it back to me. Great. And after it is done, I may want to have a compose, maybe, and I get the wait for approval outcome. And as you can see, outcome is going to be approved if both those users approve. It's going to be rejected only if one of them rejects, because that's how we created this approval request. Remember, approve, reject, everyone must approve. Great. Now let's test it. So let me save it and see the process. I click on test. I'll perform the trigger action and continue. I call it fishing vacation, and description is that next week it is opening for salmon fishing and I am not coming to the office. Okay, and I click on run flow and done. Let's see what happens. Manually trigger flow is fired. If you wait a little bit, create an approval is created. Wait for an approval is waiting. Now, let's see. Let me just leave it here and I click on home page and see what I got. As you can see, when I log in as myself, it gives me an alert here that, hey, there is a request. It's called fishing vacation. You can click on it and see the details of it. You can add your comment like, sure, take me with you. Okay. I choose my response if it is approve or reject, or I may reassign it to someone else for approval. I would say approve and I click on confirm. Done. So part of it is done as Alireza. At the same time, there was a second request has gone to Jason. Now, let me go back to my flows now and see the status of this flow. Sample approval request. And this is the last one that is still running. So if I click on it, you see it is still waiting for approval, right? Nothing else. We cannot see anything inside it. But now, if I open another browser, I open Chrome in incognito, I go to flow.microsoft.com, sign in, and I click on next, password, I click on sign in, yes, and I logged into Flow as that user, as Jason. Get started, that's fine. As this user, again, when I come here, see my username is Jason now. Again, this user has another request. Again, Alireza submitted the request. I can either directly approve or reject, or if I want to see more details or add comment, I can click on it and it brings me here. I can say, okay, yes, fine, all good, approve. And I say, sure, no worries. Have fun. And I can click on confirm. Confirmation is done, and Jason, as the manager, does not have any other tasks remaining on his homepage. Of course, he doesn't need to necessarily go to this browser. He also gets an email that contains the same information with the approve reject button. At the same time, all the approvers can use their Flow app, and even when if they open the Power Automate app, they see this on their phone or any other device that they use. Regardless, let's get back to our flow and see the outcome. Now, if I come back here, you see the flow is complete, and if I expand the compose, you will see the output is approve means I got approval from both the users. And that was all about using parallel request or branching in one control for multiple approval. Now let's go to the actual branching of the Power Automate, which works something like here. Add a parallel branch.